Welcome everyone to my coaching class, The Secret Sauce for Success. I would like to start by acknowledging you for being open to a new way of thinking and to the possibility for a breakthrough in your life. Successful people are successful because they learn to know how to think when they don't know what to think. So I don't take it lightly that you are here, looking for something that can transform the course of your life and the possibility for things to never be the same for you again. We only have available about 20 minutes, so this is not the full secret recipe for success, and I will give you some distinctions that will create a foundation upon where to start shifting your thinking. This coaching is designed as a tool to help you clarify your intent and understand the power of making distinctions and see your results as feedback that reflect your commitment to your intentions. At the full coaching program, you will learn about the power that your interpretations have in your thinking and your internal dialogue. You will learn that when you bring awareness into that and coach those conversations, you will be able to deal with situations in your life in a new and very powerful way. My experience is that most people are not interested in receiving coaching. They are interested in protecting what they already know, so they show up like they already know everything. And let me ask you, when you think you already know, when you already have your point of view, how much thinking, evaluating, and processing you do? Not much. Because why would you invest in thinking if you already have your point of view? That is why people get bored with their lives. Boredom is when you think you already know. People get bored when they believe that they already know, so it's not worth investing their attention anymore. So let me start by saying that I'm going to ask you to please be coachable. And that means to be open and keep on the table some ideas that they won't fit for you at first. Give yourself the opportunity to think rather than dismiss ideas automatically because they don't fit with your beliefs. It's like when you're doing a 500-piece puzzle. You lay out all the pieces, you get the frame done, place a few pieces in, and then you spot a piece and you say, that piece goes right here. So you pick up the piece and you put it in and it doesn't fit. What do you do with that piece? You try a bit more forcefully at first maybe until you get that it doesn't fit there. Question, do you throw it away? Do you throw the piece away? No, because you know something. You know that it will fit somewhere. So this coaching is like that. I might say things that don't fit for you just now. Just don't throw it away because it will fit somewhere. This coaching is not about what is right and what is wrong. We are here for reasoning rather than me telling you this and that are the right things to think or to do. Think about this for a moment. Let's say that you are a container made out of glass. The glass represents you, and the contents of the containers are the people in your life, the things happening in your life, and your intentions and your goals. Most coaching programs are designed to work on the content. People think that if they change around the objects inside the container, for example, if you change your job, if you change your personal trainer, if you change your diet, if you change your partner, that is really going to make a difference. Most people think that making those changes is going to be effective and lasting enough to make your dreams come true. People mostly spend a lot of time working on only changes the things or the actions that they take. Now, in my coaching, you and I, we're not going to work on that because I know that what we need to work on is you and your relationship to those things. My coaching is all about working on the container, not the contents. Because when you create a new container, a new interpretation of who you are, you create the ground where the actions that you take will be reflected on the results as the results that you want. By thinking for yourself, as opposed to go through life and questioning your thoughts, you create a new and powerful possibility for what you want to show up as the results. So today, I'm just going to briefly outline the tools that I use in my coaching program. So we're going to use 2 tools that will help you move from where you are to where you want to be. These tools are distinctions and inquiry. The tools of distinction and the tools of inquiry. Let's start with distinctions. We're going to be making distinctions, which means having something stand out from something else. And why is this important? Because distinctions bring power. Let me give you a simple example. If I'm inside a room with no windows and just only one door, and I want to get out of the room because there's a fire in it, and I don't know what a door is, and I don't know how to open a door, I would be trapped in that room with a door, but not knowing what the door gives me access to outside. And that would have pretty dire consequences for me. So that shows you how much power you bring to your awareness when you make distinctions. It's like skiing. I live in Queenstown in New Zealand. It's like skiing. I'm a skier. The more distinctions I have about snow, the better I ski. If I know about powder snow, packed snow, icy snow, slushy snow, wet snow, and probably some other terms to distinguish types of snow, those distinctions would bring power relative to my confidence and level of skiing. Apparently, story tells that Eskimos have many dozens ways to describe snow. Why? Because their livelihood depends on them understanding those distinctive types of snow. So they can survive when they are out there in the environment. So what's my point? This is to show that right now, where you are, there are possibilities and opportunities right in front of you as a business owner, as a partner in a relationship, as a manager at work, as a daughter in a family, as a family member, that you do not see. Simply because there are some distinctions missing. You don't see them not because you're bad, not because you're not intelligent, or not because you are not focused on your results. You don't see them just because you don't have certain key distinctions in speaking and in thinking that will allow new possibilities to emerge and be seen. The same activity with more awareness yields different results. The opportunities are already there. We see them when we turn the light on. You will see new possibilities by making distinctions. Another thing about my coaching is that focuses on inquiry. Inquiry means that we ask questions rather than looking for answers. Why? Because asking questions generates possibilities. When you realize the power of asking questions, you'll find evidence that the quality of your life result is directly influenced by the quality of the questions you ask yourself. In other words, the conversation that you have with yourself about life will determine the quality of your results. The goal of the inquiry is to gain useful information. It provides a much more powerful outcome than when you set yourself up to just find the right answer. You see, I would like you to consider that is what you already know that is keeping you from having everything that you want in your life. Someone said, it ain't so much the things we don't know that get us in trouble, it's the things we know that just ain't so. So, with the tools of distinctions and inquiry, we're going to work on the anatomy of how to allow for the possibility for breakthroughs to show up in your life. breakthroughs in thinking, and breakthroughs in language that lead to breakthroughs in results. So what's a breakthrough? A breakthrough is something that is unpredictable and it may not look possible. It has a sense to it that it may not even happen. It's not something sitting out there in your future ready to happen. You or your business or your relationships are not going to stumble upon a breakthrough. Breakthroughs are not going to happen because Mars is in retrograde to Venus, or because this is the year of the whatever animal in the Chinese calendar. And to alleviate your anxiety, let me tell you that even though you don't know how to produce a breakthrough, you will experience breakthroughs. Believe me, it's like walking. If I ask you, how do you walk? You could go down the path of the synapses information going from the dendrite to the nucleus, and from there is an electrical charge released in the brain that goes to the muscles, and the muscles then, and blah, 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 blah. And you know what I'm going to ask you after all of that explanation? And tell me, how does all of that happen? And after hours of talking about it, it will dawn on you that you don't even know how that happens. You don't even know how you walk, and you do. So rest assured that there is a mechanism in place called principles of life, universal principles that dictate all of life as we know it. And when a human being brings awareness to these principles and learns to align him or herself with these principles, that alignment is reflected in you, the container, and breakthroughs show up in your results. So, in the work that we do, we say that there are two main distinctions needed to produce breakthroughs: distinctions in language and distinctions in thinking. Let's look first at distinctions in language. What type of speaking creates a distinction in language? It's a particular type of speaking that is composed by two main parts: an intention and a commitment to fulfill that intention. Let me give you an example. Sir Edmund Hillary, the first person to climb Mount Everest, said, "We are going to make it to the top." The intention was make it to the top, and the commitment was we're going to do it. He didn't say, "I wish we make it." He didn't say, "I'll try." He didn't say, "Maybe." He didn't say, "Go to the top, we'll do." He didn't say, "As far as we can go, we'll see where we go." He had a clear intention and a commitment to make that happen. And him and his Sherpa were the first people to make it to the top of Mount Everest. That was unprecedented, not destined to happen, and they did make it happen. And we call that a breakthrough in results. Another example, 7-time NBA champion Grant Hill remembers being anxious and nervous when their new coach walked into the locker room. The coach paused for a moment to make sure that they were all looking him straight in the eye, and the first thing he said was, "We are going to win the national championship this year." He said that after the team suffered humiliating losses year after year after year, always losing the championship. So Grant and the rest of the team looked at each other and thought, whatever, how is this going to happen? It hasn't never happened before. Is this man crazy? And at the end of that season, that basketball team won the national championship for the first time in the history of the NBA. And they won it again in the following year. An unprecedented result. It wasn't destined to happen. Not even the players thought it was possible. That was a breakthrough. So, like Sir Edmund Hillary, the coaches speaking had a commitment in it. They were going to win. If you're looking to produce a breakthrough in your life, you're not going to produce it with weak, uncommitted speaking. Saying things like, it would be really nice, it would be lovely, I wish I could, I'm going to give it a go, when I get round to it, maybe I can make it, I might try. No, that type of language does not have enough energy. It doesn't have the power needed to produce unprecedented results. So this is that distinction in language that you need if you want to produce a breakthrough. That is the kind of energy you need to generate a breakthrough. If you want results that they are not your current results, you are going to have to shift your level of speaking. You're going to have to pay a lot of attention to what is your intent and get clear with yourself if you are committed to make that intent happen. The other thing that we say that you need to produce a breakthrough is a distinction in thinking. And I'm going to call that thinking for yourself. Having a busy head full of habitual thoughts, reactive, already pre-made beliefs, your point of views, all of your assumptions, all of your unquestioned words, lots of words entering in and out of your head, that doesn't mean that you are thinking for yourself. Thinking for yourself is reasoning, pausing, and paying attention to your habitual ready-made beliefs and chatter that is already in your head. Thinking for yourself is to pause and ask yourself, is this thought true? Is this thing that I'm thinking true? And then wait for an answer and then question it again. Ask yourself, am I looking to protect the point of view? Look at what is tagging you, making you feel like slightly uncomfortable inside. See if there is an inch of defensiveness in there. All those are signs and opportunities to catch yourself and make the distinctions between a belief that it might be outdated, operating automatically in your head, a story about something or someone that you hold in your mind, and what do you know, the difference between that and what you don't know, that you don't even know that you don't know, about something or someone or the subject that matter. For breakthroughs to happen, you must distinguish the automatic voice inside your head and realize that that random blah, 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 blah is not thinking. The voice inside your head is mostly engaged in just reacting to an external stimulus. It's going incessantly. It generates words randomly. It gets stimulated by something happening in the environment and it just goes off. Having lots of words in your head is not necessarily thinking. So I want you to have clear that there is a possibility that shows up when a human being makes these distinctions in language and in thinking. That possibility is called a breakthrough. Language is the basis of communication. And through communication, we build relationships. And those relationships between things and people are the basis and the building blocks of life. So you can clearly measure a shift in the quality of your communication by the results that show up in your business, in your home life, in all of your endeavors. And why? How come? Because when you have a breakthrough, you shift your relationship to your business, you shift your relationship to your home life, and you shift your relationship to everything else. And let me tell you this breakthrough, this shift in thinking and in language will also empower you in the face of risk showing up. Because have this very clear, risks do show up when you make big commitments. Sir Edmund Hillary has his life at risk making the commitment that he made. There were huge financial risks from the NBA team and the coach and the players. And in your life, you also have all of those financial risks. You have emotional risks when you are in a relationship, financial risks when you're running a business, and other risks that show up when you make commitments. And have you noticed that most people in life are avoiding risks and avoiding making commitments? Their relationship to risk is to minimize it. People are scared of risk. without understanding that that is their relationship to their thinking that needs to be addressed. Instead, what they do, they minimize their commitments, they back off from commitments, and those are the very commitments that are the necessary tool that will get them to the other side of risk into a breakthrough and achieve the extraordinary and unprecedented results that they wish and they dream for. So again, I want you to have very clear that these distinctions will give you a lot of power in the face of risk. You want amazing coaching? This is it. Make distinctions. They will generate the possibility to accomplish what you set yourself to accomplish. Your goals and your desires, they are bigger than where you currently stand. Clarify your intentions and commitments for your life, because then when you get these principles that I can teach you, their organizational power automatically will align your actions to be the appropriate actions to get the results that you want, even if you don't know how will that happen. Your goals act as tools. They help you stay focused on the things that matter the most to you and give you a sense of direction. Are you committed to achieve your goals? And if you are committed, what is distracting you from achieving the results that you're committed to achieve? Having commitments to achieve your goals help you because you have something at stake. Having something at stake maximizes your possibility in paying attention to what is on the way of your goals. Do you know that you listen differently when you have something at stake? In other words, when you're sitting in a plane ready to take off on the tarmac and you're waiting for the plane to leave the gate and start moving, and the flight attendant says, "I'm going to describe the emergency procedures, so please pay attention." You look up from your newspaper or your phone and immediately look down again and continue reading. Why? Because at the gate you have nothing at stake. Now, picture this. The plane is flying at 30,000 feet and the pilot comes on and says, "We are having an emergency. Please listen to the flight attendant's instructions." You will be glued to what that person says because you have a lot more at stake at 30,000 feet. So the opportunity that my coaching program offers is a breakthrough at a personal level and at the level of your business or profession or job. And if you want to understand how come I can guarantee you breakthrough in your results, book a time for a 30-minute complimentary consultation by visiting www.chevychisholm.com, which is my name, Chevy Chisholm, and look me up on social media and send me a direct message. I look forward to hearing from you soon. In the meantime, have a good day. Thank you.